I was married and stuff. I thought I would be married forever, so
Damn.
I didn't think that I was having kids in a broken home, but it happened. I judged my mom a lot for doing that. She had two baby
You
daddies, and I was
broke
like,
your
you're
own
a
home.
hoe. And then I got divorced,
Became a
and if I
hoe.
have more kids, I'll have two baby daddies, and that's kind of crazy.
That's crazy the way life repeats itself. Ain't that insane? Her mom got two baby daddies and became a hoe. Now she became the damn thing she despised. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know your mom's situation, but for you, nigga, you chose this path. You could have been happy in your relationship, but you chose to be in the bed with Drake on your child's birthday. So it looks like to me, Bobbi Althoff got packed the fuck up. Let's find out why.
What's poppin', y'all? God truly
What's
is
up
the
with it?
greatest. Man,
100%.
I mean, I know the haters were putting together a spirit bomb to unleash on Bobbi Althoff, and it seems like, the Planet Namek's done with, because Bobbi Althoff is canceling her podcast. Yes, the really good podcast.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
I also want to talk about Lil TJ in particular. We haven't forgot about him. We're going to talk about him because he was on a recent episode with Bobbi Althoff. But first, we're going to start up to the lead up before she canceled this entire podcast. And this started off with, so I'm going to play you guys this first clip, which comes from her podcast with Lil TJ.
I was married and stuff. I thought I would be married forever, so
Damn.
I didn't think that I was having kids in a broken home, but it happened. I judged my mom a lot for doing that. She had two baby daddies,
You
and I was
broke
like,
your
you're
own
a
home.
hoe. And then I got divorced,
Became a
and
hoe.
if I have more kids, I'll have two baby daddies, and that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Nah, it's life, don't think about it like that. I said it's life, don't think.
That's crazy the way life repeats itself. Ain't that insane? Her mom got two baby daddies and became a hoe. Now she became the damn thing she despised. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know your mom's situation, but for you, nigga, you chose this path. You could have been happy in your relationship, but you chose to be in the bed with Drake on your child's birthday.
Like that. You tried.
I think that's worse than your
I
mother.
failed, but I tried.
No
That's
bullshit.
what matters.
So she goes on, and keep in mind, like, her whole shtick is being this, she copied Funny Marco. Let's keep it a buck, man. And I don't care in what scenario it's in, but she's basically like, yeah, my mama a hoe. And can I blame her? Absolutely not. Yeah, you can say that. But she seems to be following in her footsteps, because she's like, well, if I have kids again, and it seems like that's on her mind, then I'd have two baby daddies. And then you've got Lil TJ saying, nah, you can't think about yourself like that. But you know what I noticed about this? Off rip, this chick is a loony bin. For her to even say this, I do think is outrageous. She could feel this way, but to say this, I don't care if it's sarcastic. She's not being sarcastic. She's hiding behind sarcasm. She's just So Lil TJ, what I noticed is, hold on, this guy is on this woman's platform, and I don't see any weed. Hey, remember how he was treating Plaqueboy Max? He was talking about bucking up, getting aggressive on Plaqueboy Max, who's a more valuable platform than this flop of a girl who is quitting and her podcast is dying. That was the best platform because there was crossover with Plaqueboy Max. He had a hip-hop audience. Lil TJ is a rapper. He's within hip-hop. And he had to make sure that he smoked in front of Plaqueboy Max, or couldn't even step outside to smoke. But right here, he's on his best behavior. I don't see any smoke.
I didn't even peep that. I forgot about that. I ain't gonna lie.
But, and I don't know if they try to copyright this, but
he do got a lighter in his hand, though. That's
what
what looks like a lighter right here in his hand. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't know. Maybe he smoked before. Maybe he didn't. But then again, seems like to me he learned a lesson.
But let me just describe it for you. Lil T, and I scrubbed through the entire interview, by the way, because I thought, okay, maybe he's just not smoking in this clip. Let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he does puff out his chest and behave in the same way.
Because he got a lighter in his hand, I would expect
that Plaqueboy Max did. Because they clearly had to tell the guy he couldn't smoke. There's no way that he just pulled up and didn't start smoking. It's a force of habit. So he did not smoke for about 90 minutes. And it's interesting because I scrubbed through the interview, you see him start to itch, kind of. You see him start to tick. He's got this blue, what looks like a Bic lighter in his hand, and he's just playing with it. He's twisting it. He's twirling it around throughout the entire interview. And I'm hoping that I get proven wrong. I'm like, come on, TJ, light it up. Light it up. Let the sparks fly. All I see is fireworks. Was that Alicia Keys on Thank Me Later? For some reason, I thought of Katy Perry as well. I think that was Alicia Keys on Drake's Thank Me Later. Man, Drake's got too many classics. But anyway, this guy just played with a lighter for 90 minutes and didn't light a blunt, didn't light a cig, didn't light anything. Didn't ask if they could smoke. They probably told him ahead of time. They were like, hey, listen here. You did all that stuff with Plague Boy Max, but you're on a white platform now, all right? And this is a woman, so you're going to be on your best behavior. And Lil TJ was probably like, yes, sir, yes, sir. And he sat down and disrespected a hip-hop platform, as they usually do. You could say, yeah, we're putting Plague Boy Max as a hip-hop platform. A hip-hop platform, a great personality, somebody that's doing positive for artists when he doesn't need to. He could be saying F all y'all artists and not doing content with y'all. And he treated him in that manner. And then he didn't apologize after, and he kept like trying to press the situation. But here, he's on his best behavior. So I just wanted to get that out of the way with Lil TJ. We haven't forgot about him, despite the fact that he got banned from Madison Square Garden. It's not like he was going to perform there anytime soon or anytime in his entire career as a solo artist. Unless he, I'm willing to bet on that. But Bobbi Althoff soon after, and this is me saying that Lil TJ did make some great music at a period of time, but I think he just lost his mind. One of those people that's probably in arrested development because he blew up at 16. So I think between 16 and 18, it just stunted him. And he's permanently going to be about 17 years old. Kind of like how Lil Pump is permanently 16. Although Lil Pump, he kind of like, although he's not as bad as he was. I think when he was 16, he was 12 mentally. So Bobbi Althoff announces that she's going to end her podcast. So I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now.
At the end of the day, she was good, and I'm going to miss her, and I'm going to miss, I will miss doing this podcast, and I will miss the money this podcast brought me. As you guys know, this podcast started off just with a girl with a dream to make more money. And I knew when I started that it was going to go places. I didn't know I would fall off as quickly as I did, to be honest. I did think this was going to last a bit longer. But nevertheless, it lasted a minute, and I'm proud of the accomplishments I have, and I'm pretty sad that it has to end like this, but it's okay. Things in life happened. Everything in life happens for a reason, or mostly everything. Kind of not everything. Some things happen in life for a reason. But let's go down memory lane. I want to talk about the guests I had, and just a little recap. You know?
Why does it feel like she's being forced to do this? It's like she genuinely like doesn't want to do this. Like that's literally the vibe I'm picking up, bro. It's like I don't really want to do this right now. I just want to cancel my podcast and move on with life. I am miserable. I'm in a broken home relationship. I have a kid. I'm a single mother. That's what I'm getting from this. You feel me? Like, why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Why even quit the podcast anyway? I thought that was your moneymaker. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Everything.
Who knows?
This is so funny. This is so funny because everything that led up to this is just like chef's kiss. Like it's poetic almost. It's just marvelous. Off rip, she gets the Drake interview. She does Drake in a dirty way. The interview gets taken down. That interview blows her up. She also did a Yachty interview, I think before or after that. But Yachty, she found out Drake, I think it was found after. Out about her through Yachty when they were on a private jet. Yachty told the story. I don't remember the details of it. I'm not an encyclopedia, man. I'm just like, you could call me a telephone book. I just know where everything's at. I don't know exactly what it says. So her podcast starts to blow up. She's getting a ton of hate, but she's also getting a ton of love from the girls. I think where a lot of chicks, she might have lost a lot of chicks too, is when she left her husband. She was with her husband for years. They had 2 kids together. She was married, and she seemed to not even have a reason. Like, usually chicks will hold her down if they're like, yeah, you know, he was mentally
She did not
abusive,
have a reason. That's the thing.
Any other word that you put in front of abusive, which is hilarious. But she didn't have anything of that sort to say. And then she goes and starts dating, what was it, like an NFL player or something, which is a complete shift in character. It's like you were with this type of guy, and then now you're with all of these other types of people, and now you're attention seeking. What's going on here? And I don't even think girls were fond of that. But
she's just look at me. I'm with a black guy now. I'm better than my ex-husband. That nigga making way more money than you broke bitch.
So that her podcast kept sinking slowly. The views kept dipping. It used to be like a big moment every time, and I think she also underestimated how powerful the hip hop audience / market was in her initial success. And now it's probably just not profitable. That's all there is to it. Like, they gotta have production, they gotta bring these artists on it. And if we look at her own YouTube, not the replies on a post that's saying that she's retiring or anything like that, we have to look at her own account. What are people saying on there? Well, you've got somebody saying, remember, this girl left her husband and family to pursue this as a full-time career. And then somebody says, definitely won't miss the 252,000 ads. Left her family for this, by the way. 5 minutes of ads in the first 13 minutes. Nobody's going to miss this. I don't think a lot of people have problems with ads, especially this amount of ads, if they are like being satisfied with the content or they like the content. Because there are certain podcasts that I've listened to that have like 3 minutes of ads in the front, and like there won't be sporadic ads. But she was signed to, I forgot the network that she was on. I don't know if it was, well, what was the place? Was it Barstool? I don't think it was Barstool, but she ended up signing with something. And I think they just realized like, hey, we can't really sell you, which is odd because usually they sell all of the podcasts in their network as like a roll up where it's like, hey, we've got 15 podcasts and they all do this together. And then they're like, hey, we want a deal. And then they'll get a deal with whatever brands. And then they'll funnel it to all of these podcasts, which is sometimes why you see podcasts with sponsors and doing ad reads for brands where you're like, yo, this person doesn't get any views. They got no pull, no clout. How are they getting this? Well, it's because it's top down. It's coming from the network. And then, left her rich husband and child to be passed around by C-tier rappers in LA. Absolutely horrible.
C-tier rappers in LA
I
is
think
crazy.
This is a little bit too much hate, even for, on my end. Like, you can celebrate her downfall, but damn, dog, like, you guys are, sheesh. You guys are killing her. And this is the thing where you can tell she's not even into this because there's got to be something new. I refuse to believe that this chick can't do this podcast on her own. Why can't she do it on her own? Like, I understand the show coming to an end because they probably don't want to renew for another season, but why can't she just do it herself? That's the way I see it. I do think that she hasn't developed enough. Like, she hasn't gotten funnier, she hasn't gotten cooler, she hasn't gotten more likable. There's nothing that's improved about her other than having different guests.
Every time I hear something about this woman, it's always something negative. It's never nothing positive. It's always just, here we go again. You know, it's never like, oh, hold on, okay, good job, cool, this, that, and the third. Nope. Never.
Just to show why you cannot be a jealous hater. Because even if someone jacks your stuff, because she jacked Funny Marco's stuff, right? However, you look at Funny Marco, he ain't got no problem still pulling views. Open Thoughts with Funny Marco is still going. Bobbi Althoff, that's not going anymore. And that just goes to show, man, you got to hold it down. If you were there first and you know you're more talented, you cannot hate. The people will hate for you. And that's what we did for Funny Marco. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are you celebrating this? How are you celebrating this? Are you like popping some champagne or do you honestly feel bad for her? Realistically, I don't think I can feel bad for her because of just how she's handled certain situations. And I also think the family aspect is why a lot of people have a hard time feeling bad for her. But I don't feel bad because I feel like, hey, you can just do this on your own. And let's see you show out on your own instead of having this whole industry backing and figure out how to make this profitable on your own, actually. But in the past year or two that she's been doing this, she for sure made life-changing money, like egregious amounts of money. And she doesn't seem like the type to really splash out on spending. So that's why I don't really feel bad. I think she's fine. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification.
I mean, yeah, it's really just that simple. Like, I don't really feel bad for her. I really just feel bad for her ex-husband and the child. You know what I'm saying? For her, she made these decisions knowing full well the consequences. Maybe some decisions she ain't know the consequences, but I don't give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't give her, because of, sometimes I'd be like the limited information one has on a decision. That's why they made the decision they made. That's how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't really dwell on the past and think about that shit no more, because it's like, hey, I made those decisions with limited information. It is what it is. That's really what she need to do at this point. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna forget it. I'm damn for sure not gonna forget it. But at this point, bro, that's all you gotta do, bro. Just keep the ball rolling somehow. And then with the podcast, it seemed like she didn't want to end it. Just do it yourself. I actually thought she was doing it herself. I didn't know she had like a whole team. That's probably the team is probably who ended this shit anyway, and they don't want to do another season because of the views going down, not as much money coming in. She's not getting better, funnier, like how he was saying. So that's a factor too. But then again, this is YouTube. This is the internet. You can just do it yourself. If you really are that passionate about it, just do it yourself. You feel me? You probably started out doing it yourself anyway. I'm doing this shit by myself. You feel me? So it ain't really that hard. She could just do it by herself. She got all this free time. She not a mother no more. She not a wife no more. She got free time if that's what she want to do. But yeah, she need to go figure it out quick. Really, what she need to do is go reconnect with her damn ex-husband and fix that broken home. Then she won't be like her mama. But shit, we'll see if that actually happens. I doubt it.